This morning, an Illinois high school under fire for offering segregated classes, and a Missouri teacher on blast for helping students hide their gender identities from their parents. Joining us this morning to discuss is Parents Defending Education Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Good morning to you, Erika. Great to see you. I want to start in Illinois and Evanston Township High School, just outside of Chicago there. It offers math and English courses specifically for Black and Latino students. Why? What's the goal here?
Because apparently they've decided that they are back to believing that things can be separate but equal. And interestingly, they even segregate the Black students from the Hispanic students. I think that what they say is the goal is that they think that they can emphasize elements that are consistent with these students' cultures, and perhaps that will help them have more success academically. But really what this is a return to how things were, pre-Brown versus Board and, over 70 years ago. And I can't imagine that these courses could pass constitutional muster. What they're essentially saying is that if a person says, well, I just prefer to be around people who look like me, that's a justification to be excluding people and including people based on their race and ethnicity.
Right, and the school getting a lot of backlash from parents. Of course, it's opened itself up to a lot of legal challenges. How has the school district responded to all of this?
So I haven't really seen a response from them, which isn't surprising because I think once you hit the media, they go really silent. What I will say is that during COVID, Evanston was in the news because the superintendent had put in writing that he was going to decide who got to come back to in-person schooling based on race.
Oh my goodness.
And that was really quickly walked back because, again, that is just a total Title VI violation. You cannot do that. Now, I'm not sure what they're going to do in this case, but clearly it's a problem. And again, the idea that, well, they're volunteering for this. Okay, but 70 years ago, the same justification was used, right? Well, I just prefer to be around people more like me. I just feel more comfortable around people who look like me. That is just not a justification for separating people based on race and ethnicity. And again, this is a public school. And the last thing I would say, Jan, is that Evanston is not alone. We are seeing this in some other districts, Oakland, Seattle, Minneapolis. So, reporters and everybody else should keep digging on this issue because it is not unique to Evanston.
And I know a lot of those places are also facing their own legal challenges as a result of that. A chemistry teacher at Webster Groves High School in Missouri feeling the heat this morning after a questionnaire for students was leaked online, and it asked if the same pronouns in class should be used when contacting parents. Tell us more about this.
So this trend, you and I have talked about it before, where teachers right out of the gate are now inviting students to keep secrets from their parents. And so what they'll do is they'll say, and again, I don't even think they should be discussing this gender stuff at all, but let's put that aside for a second. What they're saying is, what do you want to be called? What are your pronouns? And then, am I allowed to use that name and those pronouns when speaking to your parents? So they've put the child in the driver's seat here, now basically saying to the teacher, I would like you to withhold information from my parents. And we have always agreed that adults telling children to keep secrets from their parents is a major red flag. And this is a major red flag, and it's totally unacceptable. But unfortunately, this is not just in a few places. We're seeing this. This has become pervasive nationwide. And again, as awareness builds, our hope is that this will begin to recede.
This specific incident right here, as you mentioned, is happening everywhere. The district actually did respond in this instance, saying that it regrets that some of those questions on that survey were included. So they did actually come out and respond to that. The district did. All right, Parents Defending Education Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Jan. You too. Take care.